A double life for more than a decade, an Army veteran from Jacksonville recently infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan, and all the while he wore a wire for the FBI. In his time undercover, Joseph Moore found out that the KKK has deep ties to many Florida law enforcement agencies. All Your Sight's Rich Donnelly has the story.
Currently in his home in Jacksonville, Joseph Moore is safe. At this time, he's removed from the hatred, cross-burning, and murder plots that he says are pervasive in the KKK and make him a wanted man among the people that he spied on.
If the KKK had a target, it would be me.
Moore says that the acts of the Klan go beyond the typical violence associated with the organization. He says that the Klan has members in the city, county, and state levels of law enforcement all across Florida.
I can tell you that none of these agencies have any control over any of it.
Moore even has video of a meeting with a now former prison guard who is conspiring to murder a black inmate as retaliation for the inmate's actions against another prison guard who is in the Klan.
If you want to know why people don't trust the police, it's because they have a relative or a friend that they witness being targeted by an extremist who happened to have a badge and a gun.
While an informant, Moore says that he helped stop multiple murder plots by the Klan, something he says now puts a target on his back.
All right, Shalom. This is Howard 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. When I say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakar Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Hey, man, yeah, you heard it yourself. We already know that the KKK, they took off the hoods and the white sheets, and they put on badges, all right, and they trimmed their hair, and a lot of them said, you can get that from watching that movie. What's that movie? American X. All right, it was about the KKK and Nazis. And he said it. He said, yo, trim your hair, trim your beard, take off the hoods, and get jobs and wait. Just wait for the signal. And that's what they're doing, man. They got the signal from people like Trump. Remember he said, don't take it easy on them? All right? And a lot of these people that's in the law enforcement, a lot of them are part of that. Racist organizations. So we already know this, but a lot of those people are Edomites. And they're in their right state of mind by going against Jacob, going against Israel. It's just Israel's not in their right state of mind, 2/3, because they don't understand that Esau is the enemy. All right? Esau is the enemy. The Lord said we were going to be sold to our enemy. But the scriptures also say that shame was going to cover Esau in these last days. And the Lord is about to reveal, he's revealing that they're the mystery of iniquity. That's them, the children of perdition. They're being revealed. All right, and all their little secret councils, secret meetings. It's all been exposed, man, brought out to the front. All right, secret societies. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man, and they're the wicked. So we have to be hidden from that. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right? The takeover of the workers of iniquity that take power into their own hand. And that's Esau, the mystery of iniquity. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. With their policies, they put in place to trap Jake, and and also their racist statements and racist gestures through the media and in the movies and entertainment and in society in general as a whole. It says, no, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. So they set up policies in place, and they set up and establish racist, that the word racist means to be a lover of your own race or knowledgeable of your own race, all right? Just like a pianist or an expert at of your race. So these Edomites that love their race, Esau, they're getting moved up in society. They've already been moved up in these Ivy League colleges and schools, and government, and also in the armed forces, military, and the police. So it says here that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. That's what they little secret meetings out there burning damn crosses and shit, doing devil worship. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. See, they don't fear that there's a judgment coming for it. That's why you see brothers and sisters getting lynched. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You hear about lynchings happening and kidnappings. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. See, they encourage themselves together. Hey man, let's meet up, and they wanted to murder that brother in the prison. They was meeting up with each other to plot a murder. That's what Esau is, the murderer. All right, the criminal, crimson red. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And now they're being seen. All right. This is Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up, man? All right. So that's what's happening. All the hidden things are being sought up. The little hidden secret societies. Now you got spies in there. Now you got spies creeping up in there, their own people, exposing them. This is Obadiah 1 and 8. No, it's from 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. So shame is going to cover these devils, man. It's going to cover them eventually. All right, Esau. All right. Shame is going to cover them for thy violence against their brother Jacob. And he said he stopped that informant. He said he stopped multiple murders from happening to Jakes, Negroes and Latinos. All right. Here you go. It says right here, Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. See, the pride of their heart, of their mind and their imagination, and what they've been taught, they've been deceived. All right? It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. They're really the caveman, like animals, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See, that the thoughts of the pride of thine heart has deceived them. Their thoughts. Saying, who can see him? Who can bring him down to the ground? All right, I'm going to end it with this one here, man, because this is exactly what we just witnessed, with the informant. And he said a lot of those are in law enforcement, retired and on the force active duty. And they're in the straight up KKK, man. Psalms 10 and 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth, man. The covetous, like the greedy, the police and all them that want to make money, and they want more power over Jake, and they're just bloodthirsty and vengeful. All right, violent people. So the Lord said, what? The wicked, I'll start from here. Verse 2, the wicked doeth persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices which they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. See, they bless those police that been slaying and killing Jakes in the street, and that are a part of the New World Order agenda mindset and Edomite rulership, what they call, Blanco supremacy. All right, so it says here, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, see, the pride of thine heart, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts, right? Esau just a wicked individual. They're not seeking Yahweh at all. His ways are always grievous, so anything they come up with, that's why it said they shoot their words like arrows at the children of Israel. They set up policies in place and, and statutes against us. So his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And the children of Israel are enemies to Esau. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. That's why they're doing all this. They feel in their heart that they'll never be moved out of the way. They'll never be in adversity. But the Lord got something up his sleeve for them, man. It says here, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Oh yeah, they politicians. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right, so they got the people in the courts and the politicians in the political field, and they set it up there against us. They set up the legislations and the policies against Israelites. All right, Jakes, the poor, and even the rich now. You know what I mean? Like, look at Meek Mills with that bike incident out in New York. They threw him in jail for it. You can go on down the list with the entertainers. So they set mischief and vanity. All right, they set traps for our people. Even with the record labels, and they playing all this mumble and killing music all over the radio, and then they have investments in the prisons and jails, to where the more Jakes get locked up, they get paid off of that. Or the more they kill each other, the more record sales they get through the beef, have them going at each other. And then the police, they get their bonuses as an incentive. So they forced to try to get some type of tickets or somebody locked up throughout the day. And who better than Jake? Israelites. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. That's who the system is set up against in the first place. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places, man. That's what they're doing. And in the prison, that's one of those lurking places. In the woods, in the back streets, in these ghettos, you'll see a cop just sitting there. Like, yo, what you doing out here? You don't look like you know none of these people who grew up with them, know their operations, how they move, why he got a hoodie on, because he's insecure. Or that person's a musician, but he looked like a thug. Or this woman here looked like she's selling drugs or doing drugs, but she really an artist, a painter. You know what I mean? Just, they don't know our people, man. But they'll put Esau in our neighborhoods. A scared Edomite that got bullied in high school or something like that. And then he got a gun and a badge and authority to kill. All right, incentivized to kill. They kill Jake, they go to court and they mess around and get off. Or they go to court and they get fired and they get money for it later. Like tens of thousands of dollars, way more than they got paid still working on the force. It says, so they put, it's like bounties almost. So it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, man, the neighborhoods. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. And his eyes are privily set against the poor, man. Everything they have set up in their eyes represent these agencies and officers and agents. That's the eyes. That's just like we're the eyes of the Lord and the angels. Esau has his eyes, The scriptures say Esau and the dragon and his angels going to fight against the Lord, but they're going to lose. So that's their messengers and their eyes. All right, the FBI, the CIA, all these agencies. Look what they did to the Black Panthers. All right, so he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. You got KKK in high positions, high-ranking positions in law enforcement. That's some scary shit. All right, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den, because they know they're in rulership right now. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, so they lie in secret like a lion in his den, man. And America is definitely the house of the thief, and they're seeking whom they may devour. All right, he lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And they catch the poor through the mortgages, through the apartments, through the jobs, through the getting tickets and pulled over. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. See that? You had the politicians and all them that set everybody up. And these sheriffs, the next thing you know, they allow all this racism to go on and murder to go on in their districts and their agencies. So they set it up so our people can fall by their strong ones. And the strong ones represent people like the KKK, you know, even the police, all right? The think tanks, like Amalek, or what you call Teeman. Now it says here, he croucheth and humbleth himself, as Esau's spirit. You see him walking by smiling and grinning at you, but they're really seeking to destroy us. That the poor may fall by his strong ones, and he hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten, he hideth his face, he will never see it. See, that's dumb. They think nobody sees it, but they're being exposed, man. That's why you have this stuff happening to them. The curses are being put on them now. They're getting caught up, getting life in prison for stuff they used to get away with. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten, he hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. So don't forget the elect of Israel. Wherefore doeth the wicked contemn Yahweh? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. All right, so get to the point. So we're praying for this, man. Break thou the arm of the wicked. That's their strength, the strong ones. And all their policies and their governmental power and economics and money. We're asking the Lord to break all of that, man. So break the arm of the wicked, their strength, and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Man, destroy all their secret societies, their secret meetings and they shoot at us, in their secrecy. Our people. Okay, why? Because Yahweh is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Man. All right, this is a scripture that's been coming out a lot since Esau has been being revealed. So this is Sirach 12. That's right, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So that's right, man. They got worse and worse. Their wickedness is still there, just more potent. Though he humble himself, see, just like their politicians, just like the police, when they walk up to you asking you questions. But the Lord said, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest he deliver you to the judge. Basically, and you won't come out of there until you have to pay. All right, bond out. So the Lord said, just agree with them, deal with their laws. They ask you for your IDs, go ahead and give it to them. Don't be like, no, I ain't giving it to you. The Lord said, don't even play that game with them. Just agree with them. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And that's it. But we're not supposed to trust them. They come up and say, hey, how you doing today? What are you doing around here? That's what they say. All right, let me get this real quick. It says, though he humbled himself, you know, they always smiling, politicians, all kind of stuff like that. All right. And you know, when we was in school, when we was little, first thing they say is, go shake the police hand, go shake the fireman hand, you know. Everybody act all nice, but really war was in their heart. Especially when you give them incentive to make wealth off of destroying the people. But they're being exposed for the time to come, the judgment. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. You see clearly, that's how the things that Esau are sought up, and the Lord is wiping all of that away so we can see these devils, see it for what it is. You know, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And that's what Esau has done. They overthrew us 70 AD, and they've stood up in our place. We shouldn't have trusted them. Our people trusted them too damn much. Being Hellenized. Says, neither let him sit at thy right hand. See, lest he seek to take thy seat, man. And that's what they want. They want the blessing, the birthright. So they trying to destroy us so they can get the birthright. It ain't gonna happen. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So you won't be sitting there about to get lynched or going down to Egypt for help, and then you get pricked because you remember the Lord said don't do it. Don't trust him, man. All right. It says here, man, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? That's what Esau is, a damn wild beast. All right, so yeah, the Lord said what? This is Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. And that's what they are, wolves, man. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, right? So don't be like, nah, you know, you see a lot of jakes on TV that jump out and be fighting with the cop. Next thing you know, they get shot. Or be fiddling around in their car, or take off in the car. Or be bugging out and screaming out the Most High name like one Jake was. He found the Lord's name, but he was out there tripping, being a nigga. And then when the Esau grabbed him up, all of a sudden he crying out for the Lord's name, and but acting erratic at the same time. So the Lord told us what? To know that the Lord sent us here in a low condition. That, you know, you can get money, you can do all these things, have dignity about yourself, but know that we don't have no rights here, man. It'll help you understand that and maneuver a certain way, instead of people poking their chest out and then or doing crimes, and then they have to do the time. Or Esau shows up, you know, not for the John, but you know, for whatever reason, for a ticket. Jake be bugging, man. So, you know. But yeah, now it's found out that the KKK has been moved up and mingled into these ranks, man. And they've been into these agencies so long they even retired. Right? And are actively recruiting today. But this guy infiltrated and exposed them. Verse 17. No, let me get this real quick. All right, because the Esau is an adversary. He's a contender to righteousness, to our people. Matthew 5 and 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him. See, you run to a police officer, they're really against you. That's why I said a lot of attorneys say the best thing to do is not even talk to them. Because the first thing they tell you when they talk to you is this: anything you say can or will be used against you. It doesn't say it will ever help you. It only says it will be used against you, period. So the best thing to do is be quiet. All right, so they say, give me ID. Here, take the ID. even though if they look up your ID, they put it in the terrorist on the terrorist list ever since George Bush, all right, established that after September 11th. I forgot what it's called. Somebody can put it in the comment board, man. I always forget the name of it. He said something act. It was two of them. Patriot Act. There you go. Don't worry about it. The Patriot Act 1 and 2. All right. Ever since then, the police pull somebody over. They put it in a data bank dealing with terrorism. That's why a lot of people are like, I don't want you to take my ID. You're gonna run it and put it. But it ain't worth it. They already running people IDs anyway and information. But the Lord said, what? Agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. See? Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing, man. So you better have paid all that money. We didn't have to, so it's best to just, because once you go into the DMV, we give up our rights. You know, once you get our license, you give up your rights. So when the cop pull you over, people are like, no, I'm sovereign, I'm this, I'm that. But you gave up your rights. Once you got ID, you got to actually deactivate it to take control of your, your actual person. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, man, so yeah, they've been found out, and the things that Esau are being searched out, and the Lord is exposing them for the mystery of iniquity and the murderous devils that they are. And shame will cover them for what they've done to our people, man. It's coming. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, be circumspect. Matter of fact, all right, especially they said all this happened in Florida. So the Lord said, what? We got to be circumspect. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, So be alert, be watching, and be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, see how they got an adversary, but he comes in different forms now, as a police officer, a doctor, a reverend, a teacher, a manager at your job, a stranger just on the street. Esau is Esau. They're a whole nation. So the devil as a roaring lion, see, they're roaring right now, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right, so hey, man, they're seeking whom they may devour, but the Lord is gonna do this. This is Psalms 58 and 6. Break their teeth, O Yahweh. See, they use their teeth like the lion. And that's the military and their police, their soldiers. That's the strong ones. So we ask the Lord to break their strength, right? Break the arm of the wicked. Break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth, man. So they won't be able to devour the food. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord, man. That's seeking whom they may devour, right? As a roaring young lions. But we ask the Lord to break their damn teeth, just like he stopped the mouth of the lions and Daniel in the lion's den twice. The Lord shut the mouth of the lions, just like he's going to stop these devils from devouring his elect. All right, the judges of Yahweh. So let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut as in pieces, man. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, I'm going to end it there. The Lord's going to break out their teeth. But we had to see the teeth first. And the Lord is showing us. They're in the military, they're in the police departments. They're all over the place now. The KKK, those Edomites in general. All right, so we pray the Lord break out their teeth and their mouth, man. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.